Welcome to Skin Specialist 101. I'm Janine, your host for this series. Skincare regimen. This is another one of my favorite topics and something I'm asked about consistently. What is a skincare regimen and why is it important? So continuing with the fun, let's talk about what a skincare regimen is and how to do it, plus some important things you really need to know. Before we talk about the specific skincare regimen, let's talk about the importance of a routine. This is consistency. So there are some things we do every single day, and we don't think twice. We brush our teeth, we follow with floss, we wash our hair, we style it. Many of us even follow the same pattern getting dressed, pants first, shirt, and shoes. Why do we create and follow these regimens in our life? And it's because they get us the results that we want. So brushing, it gives us healthy teeth. Styling our hair sometimes makes us feel more presentable to the world. And getting dressed can make us feel better about ourselves versus sometimes working in pajamas, right? So your skincare regimen can and should be the same. The best way to achieve the result of beautiful skin is through a simple daily skincare regimen. With a smart regimen, like we have at Avon, each regimen step solves a different skincare need. A regimen can and should be simple, fast, and help you achieve your most beautiful skin. And above all, consistency is always going to be key. So the first step is prep. So I want you to think of prep in two steps. Number one, it actually removes impurities, oil, and makeup. And it also, while cleansing your face, is going to give you that really nice deep cleanse that you typically need to remove all of those impurities from throughout the day. Now, when do you cleanse? Morning as well as evening. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to put some different products on screen. Every single product has a purpose, right? So a cleansed face is really going to help all of your other products penetrate deeper so that your skin is prepared to receive the full benefits that all of your products have to offer. So here are some different options. In the morning or evening, you can use micellar water. So micellar water, it's wonderful because you do not actually have to use it with water. All you have to do is dampen a cotton pad with the micellar water and you gently swipe to remove everything. So that's one way. Cleanser. This is another, there are many different options for all of your different skin types, but in general, use lukewarm water. You gently lather it on your skin, rinse, and then pat dry. Cleansing wipes. So these are what I like to say should be saved for, when you're on the go. If you're really tired and you're like, oh, I just can't wash my face, use these in a pinch. So your cleansing wipes, you would gently wipe across your face to remove any makeup. But I do want to tell you that a cleansing wipe, it does have cleanser in it. So technically speaking, you should actually be rinsing your face after you use the cleansing wipe to remove any of the cleansing agents. And the last section of prep is an essence. Now, I love a good essence because an essence is not only going to help your other skincare products absorb better and as well as being deeper, it really helps to kind of dampen your skin before you apply, but it also is going to give you that beautiful weightless hydration. And I always like to say, never forget, good things come to those who remove their makeup before bed. Had to have a little fun there, right? So treat. So this is the treatment part. So these are targeted treatments that are often called serums. They're concentrated products that address a particular skin concern, such as fine lines, wrinkles, dehydration. The list really goes on. When do you apply those? Morning and night. Very often you have targeted treatments, one for morning, one for evening, and how? Very easily, after you cleanse, you're going to apply a small amount of the treatment serum to your fingertips, and then you're gently going to tap into your skin. I love serums because they're so lightweight. They're very easy to layer, as well as you can really pair this beautifully with both your day and your night moisturizers. Now, a kind of a pro tip, but it's something I'm asked about all the time is, Well, how do I know which serum, to apply and when to apply it, in my regimen? So here's a tip. If you are applying multiple serums, start with the thinnest formula and always build out to the thickest. And that will always have you doing everything correctly. Now, moisturizers. So moisturizers, man, there's nothing like a good moisturizer because it is a multitasker. They both maintain or replenish that precious moisture while being able to deliver anti-aging benefits if you so choose. There's many types of moisturizers to choose from. Now, in the AM and PM, we always want to make sure that you use a moisturizer, but always follow with your SPF because we're going to talk about that in a moment, but SPF is always critical. And in the evening, we want you to use a moisturizer without SPF. There's no reason, unless you're in an environment where the sun is out in the evening, no reason to use moisturizer with SPF. Now, after you treat, in terms of how to do this, you're going to apply a cream or a lotion a little bit to your fingers. You'll gently rub your fingers together to kind of warm the product, and then very gently press onto your cheeks, forehead, nose, and chin. This is also a great opportunity to give yourself kind of a light facial massage to really make sure that not only all of your products are absorbing, but it also just helps to relieve some of the tension that sometimes we hold in our face. Another piece of moisturizing that we don't want to forget is with our eye. So we have eye moisturizers that are specifically designed for your eye area, right? So remember, your eye is one of the first places to show signs of aging, but we also have products that are designed to help specific needs for that area. Things like crow's feet, fine lines and wrinkles, or you may have dark circles. Eye cream should always be applied morning and evening. And then in terms of how, after your moisturizer, use your fourth finger. Why do we use your fourth? It's because it's the weakest finger and we don't ever want to pull on that delicate skin around our eye. We always want to make sure we're patting, but you use your fourth finger to take a small amount of eye cream right below the area of your eye and right to the outer corner. And in some cases, kind of do the windshield wipe right up into your brow line. And again, just gently pat, and that will do you very well. Okay, we also don't want to forget moisturizing with our lips, right? So often we do our entire face, we do our neck, we do our eyes, and we forget our lips. We have some incredible lip products that can really help to condition your lips, keeping them looking very youthful, but also super hydrated. And it's also really important if you're going to use any other lip products, this is really going to help prep your lip for anything else that you're going to use to really make sure that everything has a very smooth application. Of course, we want you to hydrate your lips in the morning and in the evening, and very easy, simply smooth on your lips. And of course, we know that it can be worn alone or with your favorite lip product. Now, before we close out, I want to share a couple of pieces of information regarding your skincare routine. Now, SPF, I am passionate about using SPF, and here's why. Number one, it is the number one best anti-aging tool that you have in your arsenal. And of course, secondly, we want to avoid all of those dangerous sun rays that can not only damage our skin, which is going to cause wrinkles, but also we want to make sure that we're avoiding skin cancer. So the Skin Cancer Foundation advises that you apply 2 tablespoons of sunscreen to exposed areas of your face and body. And by the way, here's a really interesting fact. 8 ounces is about 8 days. So if your sunscreen bottle has 8 ounces of sunscreen in it, it should only last you about 8 full days of sun exposure. So always keep that in mind when you're like, oh, I've had this, SPF, I've had it for a couple of years. It probably means you're not applying the correct amount. And of course, in terms of when and how, listen, you know me, I always say when to wear it every single day, year round, summer, spring, winter, fall, indoors, outdoors, when to apply Especially if you're going to be out exposed in the sun, you want to make sure that you apply that sunscreen at least 30 minutes before exposure, because you really want to give that time to really create that physical barrier, to absorb, to do its job, to make sure it's not going to actually run off of your skin. And of course, if you're outdoors, every 2 hours as a minimum. And of course, if any of your customers aren't ever sure about whether or not that they may have a reaction to a product, I always say patch test. So patch testing, here's what you're going to do. You're going to apply a little bit of the product either to your inner elbow or right behind your ear. The reason is because those best mimic the skin on your face. Wait 24 hours. And if you're fine, if there's no reaction, I'm sure it's a fine product. But if you do have a negative reaction, it may not be the best choice for you. So you may either just decide to not continue to use the product, or maybe you should check with your dermatologist. So I just always like to give, those SPF as well as the patch test. Those are always so important to make sure that not only you, but your customers are absolutely understanding. Well, congratulations. You are a skincare specialist. You have mastered the basics of skincare, from science behind the skin to understand what skincare means to your business and all of the wonderful possibilities that come with that. So shortly after you complete this lesson, you're going to see the Skincare 101 badge unlocked on your profile. Again, congratulations, skincare specialist. I cannot wait to watch you succeed, and I wish you all of the very best.